Доброго всім дня. Нас можна дивитися на Фейсбуці, на Ютубі і на радіо Толока. Слухати. У нас в гостях сьогодні фотокореспондент із Тайваню, Шин. Він нам розповість трохи про свою країну. Hi, Shin.
Hi. How you doing?
Fine, thanks. Do you?
Yeah, good to see you again.
Can you tell us some history of Taiwan? Was Taiwan a part of China or Japan? Or Japan or not?
Yeah. Okay. That would be a very big question because Taiwan has been through a lot of history. So I will try to keep it simple. So before the World War II, we were part of Japan because as you know, China is not China before they are occupied in the different empire or called dynasty. So at the time there was called Shin empire or dynasty. We were part of Taiwan. It was part of Qing dynasty, but in the war, we just become a part of Japan. So we were Japanese for 50 years. And after World War II, as far as everyone knows, they lost the war and they just relinquished the sovereignty of Taiwan. So at that time, Taiwan became an undecided land. But at the same time, there's an inner war or civil war in China. And there were two parties fighting a lot, and one of the party they called KMT. They lost the war, so they just
KMT party.
Yeah, KMT party. So they just lost the war and escaped to Taiwan and try to occupy Taiwan and make Taiwan as a basement to fight back to the communist China. So at that time, they called themselves as democracy China. So we are going to against fight back the communist China until now. So actually, internationally or by law, we are still in the war status. Yeah.
With China.
Yeah, with China. Yeah.
Do you consider Taiwan independent country already?
I mean, it's very complicated because. As you know, the KMT is the China party. So when they came to Taiwan and occupy Taiwan, they make Taiwan as a Republic of China instead of Taiwan. So for this party, they still declare themselves as the correct China, but the communist China is a fake one for KMT party. But until now, I mean, Taiwan is not a name of country. It's more like a name of island. So if you see any Taiwanese people has a passport, if you check out a passport, you will see our official national name is Republic of China.
Republic of China.
But at the same time, we have Taiwan on the cover. Yeah.
But inside Republic of China.
Yeah, but inside and in the immigration season in the every government the different country, we are kind of we are Republic of China and Taiwan at the same time. So is Taiwan an independent country? Not yet, but I hope so.
I see.
Yeah.
Are there people in your country who wanna be Chinese, to be a part of China?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I mean, because when the KMT party they lost the war and came to Taiwan, they brought a lot of Chinese. So there are a lot you can call them refugee or they can call them immigration from China to Taiwan. So basically we have a lot of immigration, but once they occupy Taiwan, they start to kill a lot of Taiwanese people. The number is very unclear. I mean, at least like 12,000 or even 20,000, even more and more and more, because there are a lot of people being disappeared for no reason. And the government said that it's not their fault. It's not by them, but everyone knows when someone disappears, then it must be like in some like a police station or like in the jail, or even just being executed secretly. So a lot of people die. So the Kennedy Party, they try to make them right, or like to make like their like authority in Taiwan stronger. So nowadays there are a lot of like if you ask like any young people in Taiwan if their parents maybe they're from China, the most will be yes, because they are more like the second generation or third generation from China to Taiwan. So for this grandparent or parent generation, they still believe this like KMT's dream to take communist China down and become a great China again. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a fantasy. So yes, I would say yes. A lot of people in Taiwan, at least 20 to 30% people, they still believe they are like Chinese, and they want to be Chinese. Yes.
I see. Do you have any movement against the KMT party?
Oh yes. So after
yes.
yeah. So after 49, the KMT party published the martial law. So basically, they can do anything they want. They can ask people not to go out after after 11, or like to ask people to stay somewhere, just whatever they like. So they even can arrest anyone from the street. So they might just see you as very suspicious, or see you maybe they just don't like you, and they can just arrest you and kill you. Yeah. So after that, so until the 1987, so they take the martial law off, and at that time we start to have you can call it democracy. We finally can have the election. We finally can have you can call freedom, and we can have our like a newspaper. We can talk about what we want. We even can complain about our government. I mean, it's very like unimaginable. Maybe like 40 years ago. Yeah, because if you complain about your government, you may be killed. Yeah. So, but so after this martial law, people start to organize on like different new party. Before that, we only have one party. They call it KMT. It's only one, and the only one we have to obey. But after that, we have like different party to try to against KMT. But KMT is still very like powerful. They control this land for like almost like 70 years. So they're very powerful, very hard to fight with. So in the 2014, the KMT tried to make agreement. It called a cross-strait economically agreement with China, and somehow, that's very interesting, because the KMT used to be fight with the communist China the most, but when things changed, the KMT seems like to be a friend of the communist China now. So they try to make a lot of benefit from China, and they try to make a lot of money from Taiwan at the same time. So this agreement, they try to make like China will be easily control Taiwan's economic. So there are a lot of students. They were very mad, including me. Yeah. So the one night at the 18th of March 2014, we should just try to occupy the parliament, or you can electrician, constitution.
Tuition.
Yeah, so like a government, and try to force or to ask the government to cancel this agreement. So basically, we occupy the government for like almost a month. Yeah, until like April. I think 10th of April. Yeah, and yeah, we made it. We made it. So there are a lot of like a student, a lot of people, a lot of citizens. They support us and they support this movement. And we call it sunflower movement, but it's very like a beautiful mistake or like very coincidence because no one called it sunflower movement. There's like no like we don't have like sunflower as our like national flower or like has some like a special
Sunflower
meaning.
movement.
Yeah, but it's just like some stranger. They sent the sunflower to the parliament, the government we occupied, and we just put it in front of the constitution, and the newspaper and everyone just started calling this is a sunflower movement. So I heard about at the same time. In Ukraine, you have
Yes,
Maidan.
we had Maidan at the same time as you have sunflower movement.
Yeah. So I just kind of feel like actually that also like the first time I start hear about Ukraine. So I just found out like how coincidence like we had the same like the similar like movement at the same time to against government to try to sell our country. Yeah.
You've been to China, as I know, for 2 years.
Yeah, I've been traveling in China.
Shin, can you compare life between Chinese people and Taiwan?
Okay. Yeah. So I've been traveling for like in China for 2 years, and it's very like interesting experience because before I went there, the only like news or information I can get is from like a newspaper, from the blog, from the internet. So that I got like a motivation to ask me to go to China to see. So to see like reality. So yes, I went there, and the life is very different because in China they have like very like extremely different of like rich people and poor people. So the rich people can be very
middle class, no middle class.
Some middle class. A little. I would say a little because most of people they still don't get like a mid class life. From my opinion. Yeah, because there are like a very like a rich city along the coast of China. So there's only like 5 or 6, 7 cities along seaside, the coast. They are very like kind of very rich and a lot of business work there. But if you go to west, it's very native and very you can call it poor compared to the life in the coast because they don't have. Okay, let me put it this way. In the West, there's still some family don't have toilet. The only toilet they have is like a wooden board with a hole in the middle.
On the street,
outside. Yeah, outside. They build like a cabin outside, and you only have like a hole in this toilet, and that's their toilet.
No water.
Yeah, no water, and the average salary is very like it could be very like different in the west and the east because like in the east maybe you can get like let me put it this way, so it could be like 20,000-30,000 yeah per month in Ukraine currency, but in the east maybe you can only have like a 1,000 2,000 yeah
1,000 and 27,000.
Yeah. Salary. It's very like huge gap.
Yeah.
And the China's always trying to want us or want like the everyone, other country to focus on their rich people. They always saying like they are very rich. People will have a very very good life there. That's another like the reason, or they're like they try to tell Taiwanese people, come back and we will make you rich. Yeah. So, and some Taiwanese people, they believe it. They so they want to be part of China and be rich. But we both know it's not true. It's like like a fantasy. So the life in China is very like very different in Western culture. But I mean, in Taiwan, we also have like something kind of this gap between the rich and poor people, but it's not that huge. And in Taiwan, at least the life could be like we all have more like middle class life, more than China. Yeah.
Okay. Are Taiwanese people really afraid of war, or they don't care, or what are
what I
in
think
their minds about war?
Yeah. I mean, like if you ask this question maybe 10 or 20 years ago, nobody cares. Nobody expect the war coming at that time. I mean, even now, and the only thing they want to care is their life, their relative. I mean, that makes sense. People always care about themselves and their relatives and their life. If the life is good, life is okay, then they don't really care about who is the president. They don't really care about is there another country try to invade us. Yeah. But I mean, as I say, like after there's like the movement, the sunflower movement, or like the last year, the China they try to threat Taiwan more and more. I mean, they have been threatening Taiwan for a long time. Every year, every election, either in Taiwan or in China. I don't think China have election, but let's call it election. They just keep saying like, okay, so this year will be this year. Taiwan will come back this year or next year. Yeah, we were going to prepare the war, and Taiwan, you get ready to get back. But somehow people just get tired of it. We just make a lot of fun of what China's saying, like, oh, this year, so what happened to last year? You said you want to invade Taiwan last year, then what happened? And this year you said it again, you are more like just like liar. But we still feel like the war coming, especially in the young generation, especially after the Russian invasion to Ukraine. We feel like the war is not that far away anymore. It's getting closer and closer and closer, and people are getting like awake and try to care about politics, try to care about our country, try to care about everything. I mean, after the sunflower movement, there are a lot of young people. They change their mind. They start try to become candidate to the mayor, to the civil server. They try to let's say be a Taiwanese, or try to think themselves as a Taiwanese. So from this point, I would say we are still afraid of war because no one wants to lose their life. They don't want to lose their relative, their sibling, their mother and father. No one wants that happen. But if the war just in front of you, knock the door, break in, try to take your rights off, then we will fight back. I mean, there will be no time to fear. Then the only thing we can do is just fight and to stand for our right, to stand for our country. Maybe that will be the best timing that Taiwan become Taiwan, not anything else.
Yes, we'll hope that there will be peace in your region and in your country, and
yes, for sure.
all will be Taiwan.
Yeah, all will be Ukraine. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.